Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world, and we're on a mission to banish poverty. We're an emerging nation. We've been around for about 3.5 years, and we are now building our income to enhance the value and liquidity of our currency for the benefit of all our members. Anybody can become a member or a citizen, as we sometimes call them. As long as you are of legal age, you're very welcome. Doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter what you look like, what language you speak, what colour you are, what class, creed, or whatever else, because we don't see superficial differences. We're non-separatist organisation. We don't put people in pigeonholes. We just say everybody is a human being and part of one big family. With that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. I'll be heading over there in a second because that's where we see most of the comments and get most of the questions. But we do have Lewis in on the YouTube from Portugal. Okay, so let me head over to Facebook. Let me make sure my speakers are off, because when we get to Facebook, we can get feedback. We don't want that. So Facebook, here we go. Looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. Excuse me. And then we'll be looking for the 4th of November. And if we click, we should get the comments panel up. And we do, but there's nobody there yet because we're a little bit earlier than I have been in the past few days. And of course, it's Saturday. A lot of people are involved in sports and things like that. But we've got Richard in from Devon in the UK, not far from me. There's been forecasts of a lot of rain and flooding and things, but actually where we are in North Cornwall here, not had any real problem. There's been a bit of rain, you know, but nothing untoward. We're not seeing any flooding or anything like that in our locality, so we are blessed. We've got Kingsley in from Manchester, UK. And we're going to get started in just a second with a short prayer, which is there to help us find true happiness in life. That true everlasting happiness that stops you looking for more all the time. And that can only be found through loving service to others. You can't buy it. There's no other way you can get it. And if you ignore it, you're always unhappy. You're always looking for something. You'll get moments of pleasure. I'm not disputing that, from the new car or the house or whatever it is that the money you're making is going to achieve for you. But you'll always be seeking something. There's something missing in your life. And it is that joy you get from loving service to others. And the great thing about that is once you make that your goal, your target, everything that you want and need in life will flow to you. You don't have to chase after it anymore. So that's what our prayer's about. And then we'll have a little affirmation to help us with that non-separatist ideology. And then we'll get into the updates. Right. Here we go with the little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And the affirmation that we have to help rid any unwanted prejudices that we have, that we've picked up along the way, goes like this. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, with it being a weekend, nothing to report development-wise. Not that we've got much to report development-wise anyway. Deviani only worked 2 days last week because she was um, on vacation visiting family in the United States. But she is back home. She is safe and sound, and will be raring to go on Monday. So nothing really happened there. I've been working on the PDF. It's difficult to know how much to leave out, really, how much to put in. Um, but we're getting there. I'm hoping that I'll have it completed by tomorrow, and then we'll be able to get it out to the people that are going to spruce it up. But they will first have a look at it, edit it. We'll do some editing on it, and once we get a really polished PDF out, it's going to be a great tool for us. This, of course, is for our new plan, the 777 plan, and this is so powerful, but it's driven by two things, really. That second referral, which gets passed up, and being in the next phase, phase two of the plan, because that leverages those pass ups that you're going to get in phase one. Once everybody has got that second position filled, they're going to be pushing pass ups up to you, and they'll fill your positions in phase one, but they are not new pay lines because they're all part of that one pay line that you created with that first um, referral, not position one. So that everything is in that pay line. Once you refer a third person, that starts another pay line. And so you've got two pay lines going. And pay lines, the more pay lines you have, the more money you're going to make, essentially. And then the fourth is another pass up, which adds more leverage. And the fifth and sixth and seventh and on are new pay lines for you. If they are personal referrals, if they are pass ups, because pass ups will fill those positions, but they're part of that original pay line. But when you move into the next phase, and this is why it's so important to have the next phase in place, those people that were passed up to you in phase two will become your personal referrals. And so every one of them will be a new pay line in phase two. And that's what makes this plan so powerful, because even if you only have one pay line and you're only getting one pass up from that pay line, it will keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And all those people, when they follow you into phase two, become your personal referrals and are creating new pay lines. So if you've got 12 pass ups in phase one, and your original one, that's 13 people following you in. You're going to lose two of them because you're going to pass up two. But that leaves you with 11 pay lines, and each pay line is worth a fortune. And this is leveraged more and more and more as you go through the phases. And that is why it's so important to at least have phase two in place when you join. It's only $15 as opposed to $5, but it can make a world of difference in your income. The free entries that are created, and there will be a lot of them, but you've got to understand that the creation of free entries will never do everything for everybody. Because let's suppose you've got 100 free entries and you've got one person that can receive them, and maybe he can only get two free entries. That would give him two free entries. And as soon as somebody else is in, which is two more have come in, they get two free entries each. So you've now used six free entries, and those four now get two each, so that's another eight. So it very quickly uses up the free entries because people are joining all the time, and they're joining through the free entries as well as personal referrals. So as a plan grows, free entries will take longer to have an effect for people. There'll be more people. There'll be more entries being created, but there'll always be more people because it's like one free entry leads two. It's a bit like if it was income that we were talking about, it would be a typical Ponzi, but we're not talking about income. We're talking about helping people. This plan is not designed as a passive plan. The free entries are there to help people that want to build a sustainable, long-term, ever-growing income. And they will do that. And you get that leverage from getting into the next plan before everybody else. So whether it's getting into plan two before people from plan one, or getting into plan three before people from plan two. That's amazing leverage when you take those people that have been passed up to you from the different pay lines in the previous plan, all becoming your personal referrals in the next level. It makes a huge, huge difference. And that is where the massive incomes will come from. Getting back to those free entries, because of the situation and the system, um, what I've decided to do, and this has delayed the PDF a little bit because I've got to put this into a very easily explained way, is when a person joins, they are eligible for a free entry for 7 days. So if they want to move fast, they go out and they get a couple of people in, maybe more. No reason why you can't get one a day. It's it's that good an opportunity, and the products are viable and valuable. But that 7 day period means that those free entries are available to other people. You're not always just trying to push them into the next level, and so you've never got any free entries left. So that 7 days, first of all, before anybody is eligible for free entries. After 7 days, they are eligible for a free entry, which will go into position two, not position one. So they're not going to make anything from it. Position two. And that will be a priority. And that is because that position two drives the whole plan. It doesn't matter in phase one if people don't get to three and four, They will eventually anyway, because the incentive to do that will be so powerful, but it doesn't really matter if they don't get into 3 and 4 with that second pass up because of the leverage when people follow you into phase 2. So if you've got a $5 position in the plan now, get that other $10 plan. Get into phase 1 and 2. There is so much to gain for so little extra. The only reason you should have just a $5 plan is that you literally have no way of affording $15 and can only scrape up 5. If you can afford in any way to get that $15, it's a one-time payment, then do it for your own sake. It doesn't make any difference to me. It doesn't make any difference to uh, anybody else in the plan. Your sponsor, in fact, benefits if you don't get into phase 2 because those people that would have been following you are going to be passed up to him as long as he's in that phase, you know. So it's in your interest. It doesn't make any difference to anybody else. It's no better for anybody else. It's no worse for anybody else. But if you're not in phase 2 and you're starting to get activity in phase 1, you're going to miss out. So don't settle for $5. Make sure it's at least $15 if you can possibly do it. The more phases you can get into initially, the better it is for you because you don't have to worry then about losing people because every phase that you move into has that extra leverage of your pass ups becoming your personal referrals, opening more and more and more pay lines every time you get into a new phase. So that's what drives the plan, being in the next phase before your people. And that first pass up. So that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a 7-day delay on anybody joining. Now, there's nothing to stop them going out and getting 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 referrals, whatever. In that period, they will still, once they got past 7 days, be eligible for at least one referral. And more in effect, but bear with me a minute. That one referral, if they've not got that second position filled, will go into that second position. Once that second position is filled, they are then eligible for a minimum of 2 referrals in total. So if one has been used in position 2, the next one would go into position 1 or 3 or 4. If they've not referred anybody personally themselves, you want to get somebody in as quickly as you can because they are going to be your pass-ups. And why will they always be a pass-up? Because the free entry is always going to go, first of all, into their second position, creating the pass-ups for you. So you want to get somebody in position 1. The the free entries will fill position 2 if it's not already filled. If it is filled, it's just going to benefit you more because it's going to open up more and more positions for you because the free entries count as a personal referral. So if you go out, for example, and you refer 2 people in your first week before you're eligible, then the system will look at you and say, okay, position 2 is already filled. He's entitled to at least 2 free entries. And they would go, if you've not done any more, they would go into 3 and 4. 3 would give you another pay line. 4 would be a pass up to somebody else. But it would also mean that you are now eligible for 100% of your earned income. There'd be nothing locked away until you got those 4 positions filled. So it's very, very important for you to understand that And that is why we're going to put that 7 day delay on, and then we're going to make sure that that second position is the first position to be filled. Now, it doesn't mean after 7 days that you are guaranteed to get a free entry into that second position immediately. It means you are eligible and they are randomly allocated. So, for example, if there are 10 people waiting for um, positions to, for a free entry, and there are only 5 free entries, there are only 5 people at most that are going to get a free entry. So there is no guarantee how soon you will get that entry, but with the 7 day delay and with the concentration on getting everybody into that second phase, that would be the prime second position, sorry, not second phase, second position, second phase is up to you. That second position will mean that this plan is driven forward for everybody. Once people have got that second position filled, you're going to start, that pay line for you is going to start working. And because we're going to fill that second position as a priority for everyone, then that it's going to keep on growing. And those pass pass ups that you get from there, they're all in that one pay line. But in phase two, and that's your responsibility to get into phase two before those people that have been passed up to you, they're going to be leveraged into your personal referrals in phase two. Very, very important. And that's what I want to stress. The plan will make sure that everybody gets that pass up working for them. There's not going to be any um, failure in getting those initial pass ups there. And once that is working through the plans, it's all automatic. Then it just happens. It just happens. It just keeps on growing. So remember that is the engine for everything, is that second position, and that's what we're going to concentrate on filling first of all. And we're going to have a 7 day delay on that to make sure that we're building a bank and that everybody else gets a chance of more positions. Okay, randomly allocated. Now, as I say, the larger we get and the bigger we grow, the longer it will take for people to get those free entries. So it's not a thing that you should be relying on, really. They will drive the plan, they will make sure that nobody fails, but they are not designed to make it a passive income plan. It's there to help people that are working anyway. So go out and do what you can. And if you're not happy with that, it's not the plan for you. It may operate as a passive income plan, but we can't put any time limit on it. We can't say, okay, you'll definitely get 2 free entries within a week, 10 days, a month, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. We don't know, because it is totally random. You could never get one for months or maybe even years. It's unlikely, but I mean, it could happen. Whereas somebody that joins a week ago, all of a sudden, boom, they've got 1, 2, 3 entries very quickly. It is not a passive income plan, but the free entries will drive it. They will stop it stalling. They will prevent it from the mishap that hits this type of plan and has done in the past. It will mean that everybody will get into profit, and everybody will therefore make money. There's no guarantee how much each person will make. It will depend largely on your own efforts, but also on a little bit of luck in who gets into your pay lines and how fast they move, and whether the free entries come to you quickly, all these sort of things. But it is pretty much within your control how fast, how much, but it will never stop because it's all driven very simply by making sure that everybody gets that second position filled as quickly as possible. And we will prioritize that over position one, where the person will break even. Um, and that's taken me a few minutes to explain, I suppose. And that's why putting it into a simple matter in the PDF is not always that easy. Let's just have a look who else we've got in here. Um, we'd seen Kingsley in from Manchester. We've got Sam in from Nigeria. Hi there. Is this a must to refer 777 because I'm referring? Um, I think I've covered that, Sam. It's not essential, but it isn't a passive plan. It may work for you as a passive plan. It probably will, to an extent, work for you as a passive plan. You will, at some stage, break even, make a profit. I can't tell you how much. I can't tell you how far it'll go. But you don't need to refer many people. One or two people will see you in good stead. Okay, we've got Andrew in from New Zealand, Sunday morning. Good morning, Andrew. Okay, numbers. Let me give you some numbers and we'll see if we've got any other questions. Numbers, we have a net increase of 8 in our registered members to 40,626. An increase of 13 in our active members to 3,767. Multiply Weezer, no change in the membership level, but we did get another dollar in the bonus pool from logging in from the revenue share. Surprised we did actually, but we nearly got $2 actually. But that is just when you log in, you get this revenue share. So that bonus pool is up to 10,264.45. Once we get to work on the Weezer token, Multiply Weezer will come back into fruition, and that bonus pool will then be available, and we'll be able to use it for member benefits in Multiply Weezer. Anything else? I didn't get the messages out. I did send a message to the members about the raffle, because we've got the raffle coming up. Our first raffle will be drawn tomorrow, around about this time, and we will have a $100 winner. We will have lots of other winners as well, but we won't be mentioning those. They will be automatically processed, and I'm not quite sure, but I think they will all be displayed in the dashboard under the results situation, showing all the people that have won a prize. 1 in 3 people will have a cash prize, but there is only one top prize of $100. And that will be drawn tomorrow. So there are still tickets available. It is capped at 400, but we've only got a little over 200, I think, at the moment. Well, I know it's over 200, but I don't think it's much over 200. Quite a few left. If if we get to 240 tickets, we break even, which would be nice. So it'd be good if we just get a few more sold. If we get over that 240, I'll be really pleased for our first raffle. Um, Admin do have 5 tickets, and if they win the top prize, that will be put back in for the next raffle. So it would go up to 200 in week 2. If they win the minor prizes, okay, it just means that we broke even on a few tickets, and that's fine too. But if that top prize is won by admin, it will not be removed. It will be rolled over into the next raffle. Talking of raffles, Amazoo had a webinar today, and they are offering very big incentives for people that can sell tickets. But I know that it's not easy for a lot of you to sell tickets, but if you can, there's a wonderful opportunity there for you to make an awful lot of money in a relatively short period of time. If you didn't get on the webinar, I suggest you watch the replay and maybe watch it 2 or 3 times if you like, just so that you know what's going on. I know that things change very quickly in Amazoo, so I, I I always want to see things in writing, so I can ponder over them that way rather than watch videos several times. Um, but they seldom get put into writing in time uh, with Amazoo because of the speed that things changes and new ideas that he has that come in. But they're all there to help you. Um, so if you fancy making a few bob before Christmas, there's a good opportunity there in Amazoo. Let's have a look in the app and see if we've got anybody else in on YouTube. We did, of course, we have, of course, got Lewis in from Portugal. Okay. There doesn't seem to be anybody else in on YouTube or Twitch, just Lewis. And no questions there. I don't see any questions here. There have been a couple of people that have asked, how do I pay with my available cash wallet? All you do is you complete the form and put in available cash. Of course, you're going to have funds in your available cash wallet. No good putting in the form and say, oh yeah, I'll have 10 raffle tickets and you've got no money in there. You're just wasting your time and you're wasting our time, which is a problem. We will manually remove the cash from your wallet. That is not for the raffle. That is for the 777 plan that I'm talking about. In the raffle, it's automatic. You can only pay through the available cash wallet. You can fund that through the ShareHope exchange, only with crypto at the moment. But you can also get out there and share some of your coupons. That everybody has coupons that we give you from that SOAP program, Success on the Plate. And even as a free member, you get $3 for each token that is used. So you can go out, give away 2 tokens, earn $6, and buy yourself 6 raffle tickets. Okay. That pretty much covers everything I've got for you. There's nobody else here asking questions. I can't think of anything else that I needed to cover. I'm just trying to check on notes all over my desk. It's a mess. I once saw somebody saying that it's people that have messy desks are genius. I think I'm far from a genius, but I'm halfway there. I've got a messy desk. Okay, that's it then from me. Um, until tomorrow, I'll be here same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly. Until then, God bless you all. I love you all, and I will be working away behind the scenes for you all until we get where we're going and then beyond. Okay, so until tomorrow, I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah, in a wild crocodile.